Hi, this is Daniel with Bells USA, and today we're going to talk about the ins and outs of chain, something that we're going to partner up with a chain company to launch for you guys. So we'll be launching chains very shortly. So I want to get a video out there really quick on how to set up chains, why we use them. Chains have been used for a very long time for what's called accommodating resistance. In a grand scheme of things, all it is we're kind of changing the workload and how it works. So you can use bands, you can use chains, you can use boards, you can use suspension, all sorts of different stuff on how to change the type of resistance you're getting for that training day. And basically what it, in the very simple terms is, as you go down with the bar, the weight will get lighter. There'll be more chain on the ground, and as you're coming up out of the hole, there will be more weight added to the bar. So it's a great way to train with heavier weight, with lighter weight, on all these different types of resistances and assistances to basically work on speed and to work on power. So here at West Indy, we use the conjugate method. We use bands and chains almost every day. So we always use accommodating resistance. It's the quickest way to peak, and it's one of the easiest ways to get better quicker. Also, they're fun. So it's something you can add to your workout to make it different. But how do I use them and what type of movement? So we use them on a lot of different types of resistance training. Our two biggest ones are squat and bench. There is a bunch of different science out there, but from the science that I've read and what I've used with my clients over the years, this is going to give you the best results. So I've got my bench set up and I've got my feeder chain. And then the biggest thing I want to do is I want that chain to be 2 to 3, maybe even 4 links off the ground. If it's really high off the ground, you're not going to get any benefit out of it. If there's too much weight on the ground or chain on the ground, you're not going to get anything out of that either. You want to try to have that accommodating resistance consistent and all the way from top to bottom. So if you got a chain that's all the way off the ground when you go to start, it's not going to help as much. If you got too much on the floor, it's not going to help as much either. You're not going to have enough accommodating resistance. So what I did was, I set my feeder chain first. So it comes with these little screw clips. Okay, so what I did was I put it in the last hole on one chain, and then I counted at the height that I wanted. So what I did was I took my chain and I put it in the middle, in the center of the chain, okay, at 2 or 3 on the floor, and then I counted. So what I did was I held onto that chain and I counted from the bottom up. So I know that on every time I bench, I'm gonna be 37 links to clip. So what you'll do is you'll string it through. And now, when it's in the middle, I've got 2 or 3 chains on the ground and I'm ready to bench. If it were me, I would go ahead and get this set up, count my links, and I'd put some tape, or I'd color, I'd spray paint, or if you want to, you can go buy more feeder chain, and then you can just cut them. So I know that every bench day I can cut it here, and then I'll know exactly where that loop goes. It's really easy. So now I got my 2 or 3 on the floor, and now I'm ready to bench or squat.